Hi, everybody. It's Stacey Sobel, and I'm here with one of our coaches, Tracey Napotnik from salontraining.com. And we're going to talk about education and how it could really change the scope of your business. And Tracey, you have some examples of that.
Yes, thank you, first of all, for having me on here. I think I love what you guys always do and sharing so many people's
Thank you.
information. So thanks. So education has changed my entire life, of course. I think everybody needs it. And I'll give you a little example. I remember being at a hair show years ago that I don't even know how I afforded to go. I was so broke. I had two businesses and I was struggling with all the loans and different things. And I knew what to do behind the chair and I knew how to get clients and I knew how to make money that way, but I didn't know how to grow my business or my team. So I remember sitting in the class and the trainer was saying, raise your hand if you're tired of not making money. Raise your hand if you're tired of your team not making money. Raise your hand if blah blah blah. And I kept raising my hand and tears started going down my face. And I'm like, what am I doing? You know? And they said, well, if you take this course, it's a 3-day seminar, we can go ahead and change your life and we can change your business. So I walked up to them, I took my credit card and I said, I don't even know if this is going to work. I really didn't even know if I going to have gas money to get home from where this show was at. Didn't know if I was going to be able to eat lunch, and I handed them the card. I said, I don't know if it's going to work. And they allowed me to make payments and work with them, which was fabulous. And so I ended up taking that class, and it showed me how important education was. And then I was an addict of education ever since because I came home and took that information, and I ended up applying it, one little segment at a time. And I was like, wow, this is actually working. Wow, this is working. And then I taught my team how to do it, and then everybody's income started increasing, and it was just fabulous. So education is, I think everybody needs it in every single industry, not just ours, to keep growing and thriving. And you can always learn something from somebody else that has gone further or faster than you.
Well, and I think every point you get to your business to a certain level, you plateau at a certain point because you've done everything you know how to do at that level. So you have to learn new things to be able to grow and expand. And so if for example, if you've had a single location and you've made that as successful as you can be, but you want to grow your business, you might
Mm-hmm.
need education to learn how to expand and go beyond that. So,
Absolutely. And
so
just to give
you,
a little shout out to the person I was talking about as Inspiring Champions with Lauren Gartland. She's amazing. And there's so many education, seminars out there that's even outside of our industry that can change lives. And, that was just the start of it for me. And I ended up taking lots of people's, education. And now I teach. And then I also, step outside of our industry with people like Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi. There's so many different things that you can learn to, grow yourself before you grow your business too.
so let's talk a little bit about salontraining.com because this is a way that people can look for education in a way that might be more affordable.
Yes. So I think education, there's all kinds of different budgets for different salons. And I don't think we need to be cheap about education. So don't get me wrong when I say, our prices. I think education is worth every single penny if you get into the where you need to be. So salontraining.com shows you it's a beauty industry directory. So I know many times I was looking for education or shows and I'm like, well, where are they? I don't know what I need. I don't know who. And so that's what our platform does. You can go in and look under our trainers and say, you know what, I need someone to teach in haircutting or business or accounting. You type that in, and then those industry trainers will show up there. Their phone numbers, sometimes their websites, their email, their social media links, videos about what that they offer. And then you can go in and reach out to them, go to their website, check out who they are, see if that's something that you want to do. And not only for just education, our beauty industry directory also shows you what shows and events are going on. Depending on when you come into the website, there might be a lot at that particular time, or they might have been faded out for the end of the year. And then we're going to add some new ones for the next year, which is right where we're at right now. There'll be a ton of them coming for 2024 that we've been talking to, and jobs and products. I know going to hair shows too, sometimes we went and saw all these amazing products, but then we're like, okay, I forgot what they were, so that's what our website does too. It helps the beauty professionals find products, jobs, and of course, more importantly, education. And we talk about price. We have we'll get into that in a little bit, for memberships and stuff like that. But there are classes on there that can range anywhere from $25 for, a 30-minute class up into thousands of dollars, depending on if you need to go to in-person classes. So the budget is there for everybody.
But I think the point is that by looking at all the options and looking at where they are and maybe considering your travel budget and how close things are to you, you can customize an education program that fits your exact needs.
Absolutely. Yep.
Great. Well, tell us a little bit about why it's important for a business owner to work with a coach. What does a coach do for them?
Okay, for my example, exactly. I was by myself. I thought, oh, I know how to run a salon. And I think that's what happens to many of us that open a salon. We're really great at this, and this, but we cannot know everything. We were not designed in this world to know every single thing and be good at everything. But I think our job is to line with a coach that you connect with. And I think that's more important than I think that's why I love salontraining.com and the coaches that are in our network, is because you can really kind of listen to them and what they're going to offer you. You can have one-on-one consultations with them. They will sit there and tell you what they offer, but also find out. A lot of them don't just say, here's a class. You call them and say, listen, what are your needs first? And that's what a good trainer and coach is going to do. They're going to ask you what you need, and not always like, this is what I do and this is what I do. Find out, a good coach is going to find out what your needs are and then let you know what they offer. And I think it's a nice little marriage, an educational marriage, for lack of a better word.
And I think it's important that your personalities jive well. That because if you're going to accept education from someone, you have to trust them, respect them, and respect what they have to offer. So
absolutely. No one wants to sit in a class where they have good information, but there's no connection. And that's why I think finding the right coach, right trainer, right educator for what you're looking for, and like you said, connecting with them, I think that's the biggest part. Are they really there to help you? There's a lot of great ones that are.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit more about the membership program for salon training.
So the membership, depending on when you're listening to this right now, it does end November 20th for this early price. But either way, the price is insanely good. It's $4.99, $4.99, not $499, which everybody was asking me, isn't it $499? No, it's $4.99. It will be going up to $7.99. And what that is, it's a nice, you get one class every single month live with an educator. So, and of course, then you can book their longer services and ask what they offer so they can help you more intensely. So this is like a nice beginning stage of what these classes can offer you, so that you can kind of interview these particular trainers during their class, but they give you such amazing information. I'm just going to give you an example. I love giving shout outs to people who deserve it. Well, there's a whole bunch. I don't know even who to start with because we have so many, so I better not do that. But anyway, some of the classes that we've had already, people messaged me and said, wow, I never knew that. We have one coming up. It's Become a Better Color. So I'll give her a shout out. Her name is Kamala, and she just has a salon book right now that I was looking at. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best color book that I've ever seen in my entire life. And she came and taught a class for some of the salon training members locally, and then she's going to be coming in to our membership program too. There was things in there that all of us had said, we've been coloring for 20, 30, even 35 years. Someone was in there and they said, I've never thought about doing that. So just listening to a different approach, and we've tested some of the stuff that she's done, and we're like, oh my gosh, why weren't we doing this for the last 20 years? So just listening to someone's different opinion and what that they have found is amazing. So you get a class every single month live with a trainer. I'm definitely for pre-recorded. I think they're great too. I think there's a purpose for every type of education: pre-recorded, live, in person. They all serve a purpose. But why I like our membership is because you are live with that trainer every month. There's a different one that comes in. We just had Gino Stampora today. There's a lot on the Wilsons are coming up. Braided Balias, you name it. There's all different types of it. So you get one class every month. It's an hour long. And then there's also a quarterly mastermind group. So every quarter we have a more intense training so that you get to really dive deep into an issue that we're working on. And then also you get discounts on products, that select products that these product companies are like, yep, if they're a Salon member, then you're going to get a special discount on that, on our product. So cool.
So tell us, is it $7.99 a month?
Yes, that's it. I mean, isn't that insane? And people said, what are you doing? Like, that doesn't even make sense to do something like that. I am not doing this so that Tracey Napotnik, living in her countryside home, says, oh, wow, she's a millionaire in salon training. I am so passionate about education because I know what it did for me in my business. If people can find the right education, it can be life-changing, not just for your business. It literally can change every part of you, your family life, the ability to go on vacations, your ability to grow your clients. So that is, I mean, I wanted to keep this extremely reasonable. Can we always keep it that? I don't know, but this is something that we really want people to say, you know what, I'm going to invest 1 day a month and jump in a class, and I can afford to do this, and my team can afford to do this. And then when you're listening to some of those trainers and coaches, then you can say, wow, this was amazing. I need more. And then you can go in and hire that particular coach when you need more intense training afterwards.
Great. And then who is kind of the prime audience for salon training? Is it owners, or is it owners and their team members?
It's definitely mixed. So we just had our first quarterly mastermind actually just recently, and we broke it into 2 sections, one for business owners and one for stylists. And it's definitely across the board mixed. And we want to get into more nails and estheticians later, but I can say right now, we're really focusing on stylists behind the chair and salon owners.
Okay, great. Well, Tracey, thank you so much for coming on, telling us more about salontraining.com and being part of our directory. And that's kind of what we're trying to do too, is offer a place for people to start and match what they need with what is out there.
Can I say something about what you just said? Okay, so I love the fact that you guys are doing that too. And someone had messaged me the one time. They're like, oh, I don't think I'm going to do that on yours because I'm already on this. That makes no sense to me. When I talked to you guys and I said, oh, are we doing something similar? You're like, doesn't matter. And I said, I totally agree. And I love that Salon Today is for us trainers, and we're all doing this, and it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You should be in multiple platforms. If you're a trainer, educator, coach, right, you should be on Salon Today. You should be on salontraining.com. You should be on, Instagram. You should be wherever you can possibly get. And the same with education. If you can find it on ours or yours or someone else, that's fabulous. And a lot of our trainers, if you don't mind me saying this, a lot of our trainers are going to be at our show in Pennsylvania in May. So we have a hair show coming up Sunday and Monday, May 19th and 20th at Seven Springs Mountain Resort. And we just signed up Win Clayball, which I'm super excited about. Yeah. He's going to be one of our main speakers. There's so many amazing educators that are going to be at that show. So
wonderful. Well, Tracey, thanks so much. Thanks for coming on, telling us about salontraining.com. And we are excited too. We think that everybody needs education for different areas in their life, not just technique. So obviously business and sometimes personal management, but it's great to see what all the options are out there. And it's a great place to start.